Hello. So today I want to talk about the importance of sleep to get in shape, and not also to get in shape, but to be healthy. Okay. Uh, as I have said in previous videos, I think the most important thing to get in shape is dealing with stress. If you're less stressed, you eat less junk food, you eat less garbage. I wouldn't even call it junk food. I would just call it garbage or just junk. Um, you will also sleep better. The longer you sleep, the less hungrier you are. So overall, it's very good for getting in shape. But uh, it's also very important for your health. So today I want to talk about this briefly. So um, first of all, I want you to know that it's very important for the immune system. Okay, um, that there, of course, sleep has different stages. Maybe some of you already know this. Uh, there is the rapid eye movement stage, for example. I will talk about this in other videos, but one of these stages is basically responsible for, uh, well, you could call it reinforcement of the immune system. Okay, so if you don't sleep enough, guess what? It's way easier to get infections and die from them. Of course, it's 21st century. Most people don't die from infections, but you get the point, right? If you sleep more, less infections, it's easier to fight them off. So you won't even notice them if you are in good health. Okay, so I'd say one of the most important um, one of the most important thing about sleep that you must remember is that it's crucial for the immune system. Okay, now let's go to the, and while talking I will be writing on the screen. um, Second, very important um, for not getting health diseases such as, well, all of them. Okay. um, Now, maybe some of you know that if you work too much, like, you can die from a heart attack. Why is this? Because it's not because you're working too much. Okay, it's not because you're working too much, it's because that you're not sleeping enough. Okay. um like, some, let's say you work 8 hours and sleep 8 hours. Well, it's totally okay to work 10 hours, but maybe you should sleep a little bit more. Okay. But some but the people that do the opposite, okay, usually they work 8 hours, but this day they will work 12 hours and sleep 5 hours. Okay, that's very bad. That's the opposite of what you want to do. And if you do this for long enough and eat junk food, get a heart attack. Okay, not good. Third, brain diseases. Okay, for example, Alzheimer's. So one of the stages of sleep is responsible for clearing out the toxins responsible for Alzheimer's. Okay, so if you don't sleep enough, you get Alzheimer's disease earlier, way earlier. And who wants Alzheimer's? Nobody, right? And the fourth point is sleep. Oops, sorry. You cannot pay off sleep debt. What does this mean? Let's say today you slept only 5 hours and you usually sleep 8 hours. Okay? Then the next day you sleep 8 plus 5, 13 hours. And you think, oh, it's okay. It's okay to sleep 5 hours because today I slept 13. Well, actually, no, it's not okay. It doesn't work this way, okay? Um, if you lost, if you have lost 3 hours of your sleep today, you cannot pay it off tomorrow. Of course, you can pay some. You can pay off some of it, maybe like 1.5 of it. Okay, so if you don't want to get Alzheimer's disease, right? If you don't want to get a heart attack earlier, if you don't want to get some kind of infection, sleep more. Don't try to pay it off. Let's go to the next point. Okay, that's very important for students and for people who work and try to remember a lot. Actually, it's it's not the time you spend, or more precisely, yes, you have to spend some time studying, and you have to for maybe for your career, or if you're in university to remember something, but um, actually sleep is responsible for uh, putting all that you have remembered this day from short memory to long memory. Okay, so if you don't sleep enough, goes from short memory to nowhere. Okay, it just disappears, kind of. Okay, so you have to sleep more. What troubles me, I often hear from students, I have to study for my exam, so I cannot sleep. But if you have to study for exam, it basically means you have to sleep more, not less. If you're working and trying to remember all kinds of things, okay, you have to sleep more, not less. Okay, sleep more to remember. Sixth point. If you're into bodybuilding or just exercising, um, maybe you don't know this, but muscle is not made in the gym. Okay, you go to the gym to basically try to destroy some of your muscle fibers. Then the body is like, huh, we need more muscle fibers. And most of the reconstruction process of these fibers is during sleep. Okay, so good. So you can think of the gym as destruction site. And muscles are built in the construction site, which is during your sleep. Okay, sleep to build muscles. And if you're an athlete or just playing volleyball in university or soccer or whatever sport, okay, to recover you need sleep, okay? So sleep to build muscles and recover, okay? And let's go to eating, okay? As I have said in previous videos, but no matter how many times I say it is, I don't think it's enough. The more you sleep, okay, the less hungry you are. That's how the body works. The less you sleep, the hungrier you are. Okay, so you eat more. Less sleep, hungrier. Okay. Next point. If you don't sleep, okay, there is more opportunity to eat. Okay. Less sleep, more opportunity to sleep. Okay. Forgive my spelling. Opportunity. Okay. Here. Okay. So, I think that's kind of obvious. If you're sleeping, you're not eating. So, another point, the less you sleep, the more depressed you are. The less you sleep, uh, less sleep, more anxiety. That's how it works. So, if you're stressed, maybe you're not sleeping enough, okay? And if you're stressed, but you start eating. And what do you eat? You eat junk food, right? And of course, you eat 2 or 3 donuts in 10 minutes and you wonder why you cannot lose weight. It's not going to happen, okay? That's why I think it's sleep is very, very important. If you're overweight and you want to lose weight, first thing you should consider is, am I sleeping enough? Because if you get enough sleep, it's way easier to just say, I have eaten enough today. I want to eat more. Okay? Um, so if sleep more, you have more willpower, okay? More sleep, less anxiety, less depression, more willpower, less stress. Oops. Yeah, my spelling is terrible. Less stress. Okay. 9 points. Maybe I should add another one just to make it 10. Okay, I will add a 10th point. That's very important for me, okay? The more you sleep, the more beautiful your skin is, okay? You don't get red eyes, you don't get dark circles, your skin is not saggy, okay? Also, it's very important for your hair, and so on, and so on, okay? Um, who doesn't want to be uh, beautiful, right? That's very important for everyone, I think. So, um, less red eyes, less dark circles, less saggy skin. Basically, slower aging, okay? Who doesn't love this? Everybody. So if you want to have a more beautiful skin, okay, and you don't like red eyes, and you don't wanna you want to lower the aging process of your body, go to sleep, okay? Just go. So that's it for today. If this is not enough, I mean, if this is not convincing enough for you to just go in your bed and get some sleep, I don't know what I must say. Please get some sleep. It will be way easier to get in shape. Okay? And I'm going to get some sleep too. Actually, I'm going to bed after 5 minutes. Okay. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Good night.